Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. What I'm going to do today is I am going to show you guys how to sublimate on this frosted mason jar that you saw in my thumbnail. I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into it. I am going to be creating my image in Canva. Basically, I'm just putting two images together. So what I'm going to do is go over here to create a design up here at the top, and I am using Canva Pro. I will link down below a link for you to, if you don't have Canva Pro yet, you can use my link down below, and I will, or I think it's a 30-day free trial. So you can try Canva Pro for free for 30 days. And like I said, that link will be down below. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the size of the image that I need. I have already measured my mason jar. It's 8.5 by wide by 3.5. So I'm going to go down here to custom size, and I'm going to type in 8.5. Let's change this to inches first over here. It's going to be 8.5 by 3.5, and then we're going to select create new design. So this is going to be the size of our design. We're really not going to have to resize it once we take it over to Silhouette, which is the program I'm going to be using to print from. I'm going to go over here to uploads because I do have my images already uploaded. I'm going to be using this one as the back as the background. And basically, I'm going to actually, you can either resize it like that if you want, but what you can do now is just right click the image and then put set image as background, and it'll go ahead and make the whole image the background for you. This is just a sunflower digital paper I purchased from Etsy. I don't have the shop name. I just typed in sunflower digital paper. This couple options came up. I picked this one. This is going to be the image I'm going to put with it. What I'm going to do with the background a little bit, because I don't want it to get too lost. So what I'm going to do with the background is I'm going to click the background, this little gradient button up here. I'm going to select it. This is the transparency button, and I'm just going to lower it just a little bit so that this image really pops more. This is the image I want to pop. I just kind of want the sunflowers in the background to be there, but not super like bright. I want this to be bright. Also purchased this from Etsy. I'm going to duplicate it because I want it to be on both sides. So what I'm going to do is select it. This little button here is the duplicate button. So if you think about the mason jar, it does have a handle on it. It's like a mug styled mason jar. And I'm going to wrap this around the whole thing. So I want this girl to be on both sides of the mason jar. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Okay. So that should be good. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select download. We are going to download the PNG. And we're just going to download this to the computer. It's doing its thing. And now it's over here ready. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to save this to my desktop as mason jar so I can find it easily. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and open up Silhouette Studio. And this is what I am going to print from. I do have the Silhouette Studio Business Edition. I don't use a cutting machine. I have a Cricut Maker. If you would like to print from Silhouette Studio, you can, without having a cutting machine and without investing in the Business Edition, you can print in the free version, which when I first started, I was just using the free version just to print. I'm actually gonna do, because it's not that big, I think I can do 8.5 by 11. Let me see. Let me merge. I'm gonna go to my desktop and find my image, which is here. Okay, so if I turn it, I can get it to print on an 8.5 by 11, so I don't waste any paper. Okay, this print border, this box here, is going to represent my 8.5 by 11 paper. Okay, I'm only doing one, so I'm just going to print this one. I'm going to go ahead and get this printed out on my A-sub paper, and I will meet you guys over at my craft table. We're going to be using the mug press to press this. Okay guys, so I am back here. I have my image printed out. Here's how it looks. And then here is the frosted mason jar. I think this is so freaking cute. It has a little handle so you can hold it. It comes with the straw and it's like frosted, which I guess is supposed to make it sublimation ready. So this is like, I found it on Etsy and I will link it. I will try to link it down below. Here's the name of the shop. It's called Print Spun Studio is the name of the shop. Like I said, I will try to remember to link it down below. Sometimes I forget. But that's where I got it from. And it is a sublimation ready mason jar. So apparently the frosted aspect to it is supposed to make it sub ready, I guess. I don't know. We're going to try it though. Okay, and like I said, it does come with the straw, and then this is the top. Okay, so I did already, make sure you wipe it down. I was just touching it and everything, but whatever. Basically what I'm going to do is wrap it around like this, okay? The same way I do for all of my tumblers and cups and everything that I do. I will be using the Cricut mug press. I have already tried to see if it fits, and it does. It fits just fine. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. And with everything else that we have done on this channel, you want to make sure you're creating the pressure. And I'm using the heat tape. This isn't the Cricut brand, but I will be using my heat tape here to tape it down. And I'm gonna put a decent amount of tape on here because I want to make sure I get a good transfer of ink. Okay. Okay. All right, so I did go ahead and tape the bottom all the way around. I'm gonna tape the side all the way down. And the reason why I'm taping it like this is because it's a full design rather than just like one small image on each side. So that's why I'm going to do it this way. I just want to try to create, you know, as much pressure around the cup as I can to make sure we get a nice amount of ink transfer onto the cup. I want it to come out real pretty. I've never done this before. I've never used the frosted cup. But y'all know I like to buy stuff, try stuff, see how it works. So that is what we are doing today. And it does fit in the mug press. I've already put it in there to make sure it fit. This is a 12-ounce mason jar. Okay. So there it is, all taped up. We have a good amount of pressure. It's taped up around all the edges. Okay. This is how I taped it. Now what I'm going to do is take a piece of butcher paper. This is to protect my press. I'm not going to tape this down. I'm just going to kind of place it on there like that. And then we're going to stick it in there covered with the butcher paper. Okay. And I am going to do this for the full, I believe it's 5 minutes. And we're just going to close this and let it do its thing. Like I said, this has about, I've said this in previous videos, it has 5 lights, which I believe is about 5 minutes. Each light represents 1 minute. I'm going to let it go for the full 5 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to let this sit for about 5 minutes. The timer is going to go off. It's going to beep. When it does, I will come back and we will unwrap it together. Alright guys, so I'm back here and my timer is going off. The little buzzer is going off. So I'm grabbing my heat glove here because I don't want to burn myself, and I'm just going to pull it out with the paper. Okay, so there it is. Let me see if the handle is hot. The handle isn't hot, but the cup is. One way you can tell if it worked, if your sublimation worked or not, I'm going to turn this off because I'm only doing the one, is, and let me turn this down so you can see, is if you can see the ink through your paper, which we can, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and take the tape off and see what we got. It's like steaming hot. Ooh. I cannot get this tape off. There we go. I think I got it now. Okay, that looks cute. So it's not like super bright as if this were a white cup. Okay, because the cup is frosted, you can see, y'all, I did not mirror my image. OMG. That's okay. I didn't mirror my doggone image, but that's okay. You can't really tell because the only reason why I can tell is because the words are backwards. Like, which you gotta be all up on the cup to even see it anyway. And I don't, you know, I don't sell my crafts, so. But anywho, I forgot to mirror. But this is how it looks. Like this image here is very dark. Let me turn my ring light down so y'all can see. This ring light is supposed to help me, but I think y'all don't be able to see that well. But here is how it looks. So the background with the sunflowers, as you can see, it's like really subtle. It's there, but really it's just kind of an accent to the actual image, which is this right here. And the cup is still hot. Okay. But this image here is really dark. Now remember, I made this, thinking about it now, I think I would have wanted my sunflowers to be a little bit darker. So if you do the frosted, keep in mind that the it's not white, so it's not gonna like pop. And I didn't think about this beforehand, so I should have kept my sunflowers darker so that they would have popped a little bit more. But it is still extremely, extremely cute. I love it. All right, but that is all I have for this video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Join my Facebook group. The link will be down below. It's the Linktree link. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.